Hello everybody. In this video I am going to attempt to restore this Warpath. This car I've had for quite a while. It was actually given to me by my grandpa, and it's been played with. It's been played with a lot, and I've been putting off doing it because I really don't want to mess it up. But I guess it is messed up already. But it is kind of a sentimental car to me, and I really like to see it in better condition. So let's get her apart and see what we can do with it. Okay, so I went ahead and drilled out the post, and I was hoping it only had one because, like I said, it was mine from a kid, and there's mortar stuck all over the bottom of it when I used to go to work with my dad and play on his mortar boards and stuff. And yeah, I couldn't see if there was a post back here. I was hoping it was just the exhaust holding it in there. So we'll get this car apart, and still hoping that that's all that's holding it together. There's pretty good stuff in there, rocks, and don't know what all this is. So yeah, I have some reproduction red lines that were on some donor cars I was thinking about putting on here, but they just don't look quite right. The red line is not very bright, and they don't look like original red lines. So I may try to just freshen these up, get them cleaned up. My big deal is trying to get this mortar off the bottom, but I really hate to lose these. The axles look fairly straight. They're pretty rusty, of course, but I think I can clean them up for the most part. The wheels are kind of loose, but it's old. It's not like I'm really going to play with it. It's going to be a display car. And here we got our windshield and interior. More of this lint stuff, whatever that is. Windshield's pretty dirty and scratched up. I may have to sand on that. We'll get dipped in some Pledge Revive and clean it up. Interior definitely needs some soapy water and a brush. So there's our parts. We'll get the car off into the stripper and get to work on it. Okay, well, our casting's in the citrus strip. Let's get the base dipped into our CLR here, and let her sit in there for about 3 or 4 minutes and see if we can clean it up. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. I think I'll go rinse it off and get her to work. Okay, now that we got the base all rinsed off and cleaned up, got all the mortar off the bottom of it, I'll run a brass brush over it real quick. But the more I look at it, the more I think I'm going to try to keep these axles in here, keep these wheels on here. These are the wheels I was thinking of using, taking it off, but as you can see, they're not quite the same. I mean, they're nice looking. There are nice wheels, but they're new wheels. I guess they're okay, but I think I'm just going to try to refurbish these. See if I can't buff them up a little bit and redo the chrome on them. So let's get this wire brushed. I have to try to do this without tearing the wheels up. Okay, we got the body out of citrus strip. Let's kind of buff it up a little bit before we paint it, get some of this roughness off of it. Okay, it's got a couple little spots here. I might have to take a file too. Some of the flashing marks and around the windows here. So we'll tackle that. Okay, let's try to get our decals placed. Okay. I have a couple sloppy spots, but okay, so here's all our parts. We got the body painted, clear coated, got the decals on it. Went ahead and tried to freshen up these red lines. Don't think they look too awful bad. And cleaned up the interior, soap water, toothbrush, and wet sanded the windshield and dipped it in some Pledge Revive. Looks like new. So let's get this car together and see what it looks like. So remember what we started with. She was pretty worn, played with. Decals wore off, paint's chipped up, the red lines are wore out. So hope you liked what I did with it, and I hope my grandpa would like it. Okay, so here's our finished product. You know, my grandpa gave me this car. I played with it a lot. It was pretty tore up. You know, I removed the mortar from the bottom of the base, and you end up stripping the paint off, putting new decals on it, cleaned it up. You know, it has the original wheels and everything still, so we kept all that. And I'm really happy with the way it turned out. So it's something I can keep in my collection, and you know, still the car my grandpa gave me. So let me know what you think. If you'd like to like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. There's my grandpa's car. Till next time.